Here we go again. Come on in, sit your butt down, get some
Hey,
popcorn and a drink. It's time again for Bow Tie Up Live. And we got a special one today because, man, it's been just a kick in the jimmies this week for a lot of us. And we stay positive here on the show, but every once in a while, you just got to let it go. So that's what we're doing today. And I'm not going to go too much into that. Instead, I'm going to toss it over to my co-host over here, Alex McDowell. What's going on, brother?
hey, what's up, man? Let me just go grab that focus from you and get it, nailing it perfectly. First time I've done that. Throw up the banner down there, guys. You know what it is. Temper Tantrum Thursday.
Yeah.
Rock on. You know me. I am Alex McDowell, owner at A3 Innovation and partner at Real Impact Solutions. But much more importantly, we are joined down here by the one and only
Me.
You.
Lyndsey. Lyndsey, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. You are amazing. I'll go ahead and throw that focus down there, and it's all yours.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to have a temper tantrum because there's so much shit that's pissed me off today in our industry. It's like, really, guys? Can we get some ethics over here? So for anyone who's watching that doesn't know me, obviously I'm Lyndsey Johnson. I'm over at Grapevine, and I have a few little soapbox moments today, but I'm going to throw that up to Lee that way. And Carla can grab her soapbox as well.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to bring it on home with this talented, lovely woman.
Hello.
Hello.
Carla Rowley, and you don't know her, she's my wife. And she's the only person on the planet who could probably put up with me full time. So I'm eternally grateful for that. But she's hanging out with us, and we're just going to kind of rant today, I think. Tantrum Thursday. And if all goes well, a little later in the show, we're going to give you guys the chance to rant, not only in the comments, but to call us up and rant, because we've got a toll-free number now.
Ooh.
Lee, I am so excited
to find out what your friggin' problem is.
Have we tested that toll-free number? Question.
Today, yes.
Okay, excellent. Because what generally happens with these kind of things.
75% sure this will work.
Okay, well, you guys heard it first here. We got 75% chance that a little later on in the show, you'll be able to join in with us on the call-up line. And Lee has a really cool number, too, so I'm super stoked about it. It's kind of like my equivalent of the color-changing mugs. But you guys know what time it is. We got to stop the show and say hello to some of our incredible audience members out there. Yes, that means you. William Stock jumping in here first, saying hello. Hello, William. How are you doing today? Did I do that okay, Lyndsey, or does that need a lot of work? The accent.
Yeah, I was going to say that needs some serious work. Okay. It's not a good British one.
We'll practice. I don't know if it's British, Australian, or something in between, but I am not the one to go to for good accents. That's for sure.
Huh.
Come on, Lee. Let's hear your best.
We should have done History's Greatest Pigeons today.
Oh, not that one. Hold on.
History's Greatest
Pigeons. Where is History's Greatest Pigeons?
Bottom the third.
Is this going to turn into a fun with flags moment?
Something like that, yes.
We don't have History's Greatest Pigeon on here. We have a Black Ops pigeon.
We don't have. We'll talk about that later. I got to blame them for some stuff.
What about ominous cows? Ominous. Ooh.
Spies in disguise. That's it, everyone. Like when I couldn't remember it the other week, and we're talking about Black Ops pigeons. Spies in disguise. Will Smith is an actual pigeon.
Oh wow! I didn't know he has ever added that to his repertoire of things he's done.
No,
he's fought
himself. I just googled it.
Okay.
Yeah. He plays a pigeon.
We got to dig into that. He's got to be somewhere out there. All right. Well, so everybody's just kind of ticked off today. So who wants to start? Lyndsey, you're the, I know
you are our esteemed guest.
Well, as you guys know, I am obsessed with virtual events and producing good shit and being ethical and making it all about the audience experience. So what's really irked me the last few days is I've been following along with a guy in my industry who's been doing a launch. He does something very similar, but it's all about making money off them as opposed to that audience experience and using that to build your audience. And then once you've kind of warmed them up, building that relationship. So we kind of work slightly different ways anyway. But what this guy's been doing, so infuriating. He sold a course, $2,500, and sold everyone onto it last week, cart closed. And this week he has started sending emails that is not for a downsell. It is not for anything other than to say, you know that shit I just sold you last week? Well, actually, I don't do that for myself because it doesn't work. Hey, I could have told him that. What does work is this thing I'm going to sell you now for another $1,700 because you all now need to come and do that. And then I'm going to charge $5,000 for that in the future. And I'm just sitting here going, do people really fall for this shit? How
Didn't he just charge like $5,000 for it to begin with anyways? Like, that's a total of $3,800, my dude. Like, come on. You just went in a really roundabout way to do that.
But it's just like, well, why would you do that? Why not just say to people, actually, this kind of works the old way, but it's kind of old hat. People don't, it's a bit bro marketing culture. So actually, I've changed to do this instead because it's a bit more ethical. And even though it's closer to what I do, because we're talking about the audience relationship, building that experience so the audience have a good experience and don't feel like you're going, get your credit card out, get your credit card out. And that's what he's doing. And I was like, oh my gosh, why would you do that? All these guys who just paid $2,500, you've got a no refunds policy. There's no guarantees. And now you've just then told them, hang on, this doesn't work. Why would you do it? Come on, guys. Have you ever seen anybody do that? Or is it just me getting frustrated?
If I did see somebody do that, they would not go very far with me. I'm really big on ethics and I do not have a problem telling people about it. And that just, to me, it sounds like one of the worst sales strategies of bait and switch that I've ever heard of. Because let's say you have 100 people who have paid you $2,000 for something. All right, phenomenal. You got 20 grand. No, 200K. Okay, so that's pretty good. You got 200K to work with, one event, selling it out for 2K. And then you scrap that and sell another one for 1,700. How many of those 100 people that bought it for 2K are actually going to convert over?
Precisely.
3
it's be very,
total?
Yeah.
I mean, how many people want to pay the additional money? All right, cool. You got 3, so that's an extra 1,700 times 3, which is what, 35, 45, 6, 7, 6, 51, 5,100. So $200,000, $205,000.
Yeah.
Instead of if you would have sold it for $5,000 to begin with, and had 75 people instead of 100, cut back by 25%, how much money would you have? I can get out my handy dandy calculator if we want to, because I will. I use a physical calculator, guys.
I'll let you do the math because this really pisses me off because I'm looking at this and going, why would you want to do that? I see, and we've ditched clients in my agency for this. Go on, show us it. Moment of truth.
There we go. It's upside down.
No, it wasn't. It just zoomed in.
Yeah, it was zoomed in, but it was mirrored out, so you can't see it. It's $375,000. You could have made $375,000. Instead, you made 207.
Precisely.
You just cost yourself 160 grand because you suck at ethics.
Precisely. Ethics is what it should be about. It's about putting the people first. We sacked clients last year. In fact, we sacked one of our biggest clients last year because of this, because I found out that she was doing the exact same thing outside of a funnel that we'd done. So that, because she knew that we wouldn't tolerate it, because she knows that I'm not about that at all. And she was saying something she would normally sell for 2,500, suddenly was 5,000, and then suddenly was 10,000 with no changes. I'd already said that the audio quality was shit. You can't charge people $5,000 for this. You shouldn't really be charging $2,500 either. And you know what? Went ahead and did it. So because she did it, it was bye-bye. Don't keep them. Why do people in our industry who are working with entrepreneurs online think it's acceptable to use people like that? The whole bait and switch, let's just swap it over. But, I look at people, and I don't know if anybody else sees this. I look at people and just like, right, are they being authentic? Are they just promoting shit because it wants to line their pocket? Like, you guys talk a lot about Rocketbook, but that's because we know that you love Rocketbook. And I kind of look, and now I'm just like, shit, I need to ask Santa for that. But that's because it's a good product. I see people out there, same guy actually and same lady, both producing and promoting products that they've either never used, but they like the money that's attached to an affiliate for it, or where they purely just recommend something because it gives them their lifestyle. They get that monthly recurring revenue from the affiliate scheme. It pays their lifestyle, and it pisses me off.
People like that. It's like, guys, come on. And you see this all the time, and you guys all suck, just straight up. If you are using a product just to be an affiliate of, to fill your revenue, and then promoting it everywhere you can, you're not doing it right. Like, you're not authentically promoting this product. The products that I promote on the show, Rocketbook is one of them. Webflow is another one that I've talked about recently. Both of those guys have affiliate programs. I refuse to join them because I will not tie my income to something that I actually enjoy. Because if you buy it, I don't want to get a kickback of that. I want you to have a good experience. If I think it's a good product, then I can recommend it to you. If I'm putting money behind it, oh shoot, I don't want to look at any competition for Rocketbook now because I get a kickback off of you buying that Rocketbook. How is that good for your customers? And the difference is in those affiliate type schemes and then true partnerships, because people love to throw around the word partner. And that's another thing I get my freaking soapbox about. Don't, if you get me started on Google partners, I will go on the whole hour. It pisses me off to no end. Is partners are people that I have a partnership with Google, right? We do Google Voice, we do G Suite, and we also do Google for Education. I charge for Google Voice. I charge for G Suite. I have a margin. I get reimbursed. But you know what I don't do? I don't charge more than market price. So you're always going to be saving money going to me, and I charge less than anyone else, like including Google themselves, because I can do that, and it's the right thing. And so I promote the product, I support the product, I do all this continuing education around the product so that I know the product. And then there are people out there looking at you, ACN, to call you out, little MLM scheme, so stupid. They're like, oh, I just have this reoccurring residual infinity income sitting on my couch by just referring people to other businesses, and then I get paid for it because we'll just get them in touch with this service. It's like, yeah, congratulations. I once had a guy try to sell me on an electricity thing. Oh, you can choose your electricity provider. Did you know that? You can save lots of money. So I follow his advice and I pull up my electricity bill. Because I'm the kind of guy where it's like, I don't have a lot of time, but if something piques my interest, I will waste so much time on it just on principle alone. It's ridiculous. So
I think we're all secret geeks for that. I don't think it's just you.
And so I pull up my electricity bill and I show him the rate. And he's like, oh, well, mine isn't better than that. But you should still consider switching because do you know what your rate's going to be a year from now? Do you know when your contract expires? I'm like, I don't really know of anyone who knows when their electricity contract expires, one. And number two, no, I don't know what my rate's going to be now. But why does that like matter if I know that versus not? I'm paying more money. You're literally saying you get reimbursed off of this, so I should do this. Even though it's going to cost me money, what the fuck? You're a realtor, dog. Like, what are you doing?
Right there.
I think Lee and Carla there, the exchange of looks said it all. And either thinking, my God, they're on a complete rant, or they were thinking, shit, we need to check our electricity contract.
Oh, and Sydney is here too.
No, it doesn't matter. We got a big old drafty house, and our electric bills are routinely, more so than the gross national product of some countries. But we're fixing that because we're not putting up with that anymore. Anyway,
I called dibs on bedroom number 3, Alex. I'm gonna go visit, so because they're only getting a 3-bed house, so
Oh shoot, dude! That means I'm like being the couch monster. I'll be the couch man. No big deal. I bring my keyboard and everything.
So, we got to do stop the show and say
hello.
I'm going to put a rant in there, just a quick one. So, which one do you want to do first?
Let's do your rant, and then we'll stop the show and say hello. I'll say hello, especially to Sydney, because I want him to be present for a rant that I'm going to do too, because he was part of it, and he'll appreciate it. So, Lee Rowley, what the heck are you going to rant about at this moment? And then we'll just do roundtable ranting.
The first one is just, I'm going to get it out of the way, and this goes along with the walk the talk thing. There's a certain copywriting outfit that trains copywriting. And I stumbled upon their sales pages, and they're going, teaching people how to write short copy because that's what works and that's what people are looking for. The sales letter to sell this program was 5,000 friggin' words.
That's short.
And in it was the phrase, no 20-page sales letters around here. What?
Hold on.
Are you serious? It boggles the mind. It really does, and I can't take it anymore. I really can't.
Did you say 5,000 words, Lee?
Somewhere in the neighborhood, yeah.
So, I mean, technically, that's only 10 pages. Thank you. Average page on the internet is 500 words. So, I mean, it's not a 20-page sales page. It's a 10, if you consider front and back.
Just put that in your pipe and smoke it. There, it's only 10.
Gosh, Lee.
All right. Well, my rant's been smacked down, so let's go on to...
No, it's a great rant. That's what they get, that hyperbole, straw man type ordeal. No, rant about that. Rant about the fact that that's what we have to do to prove you wrong. We talked about being geeks for like ethics and just shit that pisses us off. We just looked up the average number of words per page to disprove the theory that this class was going to be beneficial. That is the heart and soul of a rant, Lee.
Well, where'd you get the 500 words per page from, anyway?
Where do I get everything? Google.
Google.
Duh.
I'm done.
No.
The point is that double standards out there.
What the heck? I don't like it.
Yeah. Why would you? Like, what about those long pages other than no one frickin' reads them? Sucks. What makes you angry about them as a copywriter, as a curmudgeon it out right now?
Well, what makes me angry about it is doing one thing and saying another. You know, when you're telling people like short copy is in, short copy is the way to go. Here's what we're going to do for you, and yet we're going to go on for. Now it's 10 pages. Fine, 10 pages is still not short. It's TLDR territory into about I think the third paragraph.
For me, if it's more than 10 words, my ass is out. So, yeah, you guys out there writing your 5,000 word pages.
And besides that, nobody told me I had to have a point to my rants anyway. I didn't.
No, you don't.
Okay.
We can rant just to rant.
Yeah.
Like on landing pages, I just scroll to the bottom, and if you don't have a section, like I always put this on mine, but if you don't have a spec section that says here's the deets for those of you who can't be asked reading the rest of the page and just want to know the good shit, and where it's bullet pointed, if I have to read through it all, I get really pissed off. Like, who puts videos on there and will watch the video? I am one of those people who would rather enjoy the craftsmanship of a well-crafted copywriter's essay that's not 5,000 words, and I will appreciate it. But if you're going to tell me a load of shit like somebody, 10, 20 pages, just put something at the bottom for those of us. Like, I actually call it out. I put on, we've got a giveaway going at the moment where we're recruiting JV partners. And I put at the bottom, for those of you who are like me that don't want to read shit, here's the deets. And then it's bullet pointed. We don't need a huge fancy sales page sometimes. Yeah. We just need the info.
That's literally going to be the key component of your sales page.
I've got 2 left. Everything's sold.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's because people just want you to be honest. Here's the info. Here's the stuff. This is what I'm doing. Get involved. You don't need, how many times have any of you watched those bloody videos? I know we should talk about video sales letters here, but how many times has anybody watched those videos really?
Never. I put my videos on autoplay mute when I'm developing because I'm like, I want you to see the site moving, but I recognize that if I play the volume here, you're never going to watch it. So do most people actually view them? Nah. But you can do little things to gather their attention.
Yeah, it's completely different. But, a well-crafted sales page that somebody's spent time crafting and putting the right puns in place. We had a client a while back, and he's from the film industry as well. And the copywriter, it wasn't Lee. It wasn't budget enough for Lee. It was, but the copywriter at the time loved it because he was putting all these film puns in, and it was amazing copy. And the guy looked at it and went, "Oh, I'm not sure my audience will like a film pun." And I said, "Really? What industry are you from? You're working in film. Everyone knows the red pill and the blue pill analogy. What's going on?"
Right.
I just used a concrete pun on a concrete website that you guys will enjoy. Oh. Talking about puns and going to your audience. So it's a classic. We're busy building a concrete website. Be the first to know when the concrete is set by entering your email below.
I like it.
Yeah, that's why I'm just a total nerd. We're all geeks. It's okay.
That's all right. I spent like a whole half an hour working on my 404 page the other day, just so I could put a picture of my dog in wearing a little glittery crown, and smiling, just thinking, well, if you end on my 404 page, she's going to buy me some kind of love back again, because everyone's going to go, oh.
Oh, that's cute.
That's an excellent idea. Something
Yeah.
I don't even think about.
So you got
I love it.
404s, but what about 303s?
I haven't got to
403s?
that yet. I haven't got to that
This
yet.
will be fun. We'll throw in some tech talk for you guys. No worries.
I have a funnel to build for next week because Mike McCallowitz's book Fix This Next launches, and I haven't got the funnel built yet, and there's going to be traffic coming to the website. So I haven't got to anything really technical because I'm busy working on that shit over there.
Yeah, I completely understand, man. But the 404s, now that is beautiful. I love that. Let's do engaging 404s as a new trend.
I tried to do a GIF and it went very wrong. For some reason, I can't make a GIF on my phone and upload it. I don't know why.
Why are GIFs in general so difficult to use online? Like, GIFs are actually so frustratingly underused and under optimized. It's ridiculous. Like, you'll just go to upload a GIF and you try to upload it as a video file and it's the wrong file type because it's a GIF. Try to open it as an image file and it's the wrong file type because it's an image. And you're like, make up your freaking mind, guys.
I don't have that. It's just when I try and create branded ones that are mine that I can't do it. I put GIFs in everything. I'm like the GIF queen. It's on my newsletters. It's everywhere. I spend hours looking for a good GIF.
In your emails? Like, do you put them in like the background, or are you talking about just like embedding an image with it?
I put it on the top of my emails before I actually start talking to you. Alex, are you not on my email list? Come on. I put them every time.
I'll let you know that I am on 0 email lists that I pay attention to. That is pretty much the only way to guarantee, like, I'm just not paying attention to whatever it is. Because I just don't check my email well enough anyways.
See, I've got people that actually will open my emails and will reply to me and tell me they only opened the email because they wanted to know what I was ranting about today and what the GIF would be in relation to it. And that is literally why some people open my emails, because I deliberately put random GIFs in there that are kind of like, oh, this is cool. Like somebody said to me the other day, what?
I'll have to sign up for your email list now, Lyndsey. Get your GIFs.
You're going to have to. I had like dogs sending beers down a bar and this dog drinking a beer the other day just because I was like, well, it matches with we're going to have virtual drinks. We're going for it.
Have you guys seen those like exchanges of drinks through virtual screens? Like, we'll just be like, hello, Lee, here you go. Whoop. And then Lee picks up his mug and he's like, oh, yes.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that, though.
We'll get it. Kind of like rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
It's the same shape when it gets over here. There's a little, warping that goes involved.
It had to go through the internet. Data gets transmuted. You guys know this.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same.
We do. How could you not know this, people?
The internet is not like the starship, is it? It's not like on Star Trek where you come back as the same person.
No. You just create something. You can be a different person, different places on the internet. Shout out to all you influencers with many, many personalities.
Yes, indeed. You know what? So somebody's gotten away with smiling for most of the episode.
Carla?
We haven't picked on Carla. Come on, Carla.
I really honestly
Let's play Spot the Introvert.
She can't think of anything. Okay.
I'm sure I was complaining about something earlier.
How do you feel about people who follow up on their claim every day? Give you a call every single day like clockwork, same time. Repeated emails. Maybe they get your phone number and text you nonstop, send you pictures of their kids.
That stuff, I don't like that at all. But like nobody's driving right now, so nobody's doing that. So
I say this thing blows over, everybody forgets how to drive.
Yeah.
It's going to be just a melee.
They already forgot how to drive beforehand.
Hey, no. Here in the UK, I went out today in the car. Woohoo! Finally, put some tunes on. And it was like the other week I drove when we first had lockdown, and it was like the complete zombie apocalypse. And I was thinking, oh my God, when they made I Am Legend, they kind of mucked it up because it definitely doesn't look like this, right? I was driving today, and this is the second time now in a matter of days I've got stuck in traffic because there's so many people out on the roads. It's people, I would like it if they forgot how to drive because then all the idiots would get out of the way.
They forget about the quarantine instead. They're like, hey, I can still drive. Why didn't I leave and go to work today? Oh, yeah, it's closed.
Yeah.
All right, are we going to stop the show, say hello, and then go on a couple more rants? Do a rant,
Yes.
rant round robin. I can't talk. Rantathon, thank you so much. Okay, Lee in the Rantathon, which we are totally going to steal. We should add that as a banner faux show. Let's stop the show and say hello to a couple of our wonderful friends out here joining us in the audience. As I have only said hello to William so far, I'm going to be going down and catching up with a bunch of you. So without further ado, whew. Hello, Chris Dickman. How's it going? Samantha Childers, she says, hey guys, how's it going, Sam? Infinity Streamers, huzzah. How's it going, Matthew? Or Junaid, or whoever is managing that. Hey, Infinity Streamers. Sydney Jones jumping in. Love that soapbox. Alex, thank you. I like soap. Chris Infinity. Matthew Perkins jumping in. Thank you, Matthew. How's it going, brother? Greg Walker is saying, why are landing pages so long? Man, I wonder the same thing every single day. And then we also had comments from Facebook too. We can't forget all of our friends over on Facebook. Thank you very much to Belinda Borhoff for joining in, and also Shar Fry. How's it going, guys? Hope everybody is having a wonderful day today. So before we rant about business ethics and reporting to the board, is there anything that you gentlemen and ladies, I guess we're evenly matched today, Lee, would like to jump in on? No.
What do we want to give? Oh! I've been meaning to get to this one for a little while. I gotta go find it now. Here, though. Oh, the quotably.
Oh, the quotably for the day.
Okay, this ought to start some people. I thought this is one of these like shower thoughts, and I don't know if it's valid or not. I thought I'd throw it out there. If you think you need a course on thought leadership, maybe that you're just bad at thinking.
Is it though?
I understand what is up with people thinking they need to teach other people how to think. Please enlighten me.
That is because those guys sit and spend hours crafting these posts. Like, do you see them online and you're thinking, my God, how did you think that? Like, I'm sitting here thinking, I need the loo. I'm thinking, I need to put the kettle on. I'm thinking, what's for tea? And these guys are like, how to save the world and all this like really deep shit. And you're thinking, oh my God, there's no way that you've just come up with that on the fly, because we all know that you are trying to juggle childcare, you're trying to juggle partners, you're trying to juggle animals. There's no way these people come up with that on the fly, is it? Why don't they just admit that they sit there with a notebook and write these things down? Because I've discovered that apparently, and again, newsflash for anyone who does the same as me, I think in the shower. That's where my brain waves come from. And you can get sticky notes for the shower. Did you know this? You can get like waterproof ones.
Really?
So you can actually, check it out.
Okay.
Look it up on Amazon. I have got someone order because somebody told me about them. I was like, oh shit, that would mean that I would actually be able to sound intelligent when I'm talking. Because for me, all these amazing brainwaves that I should say to people, I think of them in the shower and then they're gone by the time I get near the internet. So yeah, you can get sticky notes for the shower. So you can be your own thought leader just by writing it down when it pops in your heads. Because that's what those guys are doing. They are not crafting it on the fly.
I think it depends. Some things are crafted on the fly. Most things, if you see an advertisement in an email, it probably isn't. If you look at the bottom and you see constant contact, probably isn't. If you see from a HubSpot email, probably isn't. Anything that goes directly to your promotions box also probably isn't a custom crafted message. They spend a long time on it. It's hard to come up with those things. People like Lyndsey and Lee do.
That's one of the things about batching content that's always been so frustrating for me is I know that I should batch content a week in advance, but all of my best content comes when I'm just like, now.
Yes.
And it may not be relevant on Wednesday at 3 p.m.
That's what I do. I sit and have a little kind of, I have this theme of what I should be talking about, and it's like a little bullet point in my head, and I just sit and write my emails. And yeah, somebody said in the comments over on LinkedIn, what's the theme of this email list? It's meant to be business strategy and marketing and about audience experience and building your audience. It is usually about whatever is on my mind that day, and we're kind of ranting about it because I'm like, Yuli, I know you should batch content. I know, because for clients, we do that. But to be authentic and to just be talking to your audience and building that relationship, I just talk like I would normally on my email list. Do you do that, or is that just me?
Me, honestly, I'm not a big email person. Really, I'm not. I know that's terrible.
I love emailing my list. In fact, I have to make more of an effort to be sociable because my email list, I send them an email and say, hit me up, hit reply and tell me. And then I spend like a whole day replying to emails in my inbox because my guys talk more on email than they will on Facebook. I have to get them over to Facebook or get them to come to LinkedIn. They just love good old email chats.
They really do. People like ease of access. The easier it is for your customers to communicate with you, the easier it is for you to get responses.
Yeah.
Very simple
like
concept.
when I do webinars, I just say, give us a 1 if you agree, give us a 2 if you don't. So that people can literally just quickly type and talk and you can go, oh, okay. People think this is great. Or people think, hang on, Lyndsey's talking a load of shit. Let's just start this one back over by hitting 2 a lot. And it works. It's far easier to get people to communicate simply than it is to kind of write these thought leadership type posts and then expect these really deep responses. Because do you comment on this beyond going, that's a crock of shit? Do you actually send these deep responses back?
Dude, I really do. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably the one person in the world that if I'm responding to anything, whether it be a comment, a message, or an email, like I'm putting some serious effort and thought into it. Like it'll take me like 30 minutes straight to write an email just because I want to give them all the information, or like 10, 15 minutes on a LinkedIn message. It's really bad. I'm very detailed with the things. So don't ask me that. I do. I've sent video responses, recorded video responses to webinar questions before. Like I like answering questions, making comments, got lots of thoughts, guys.
See, I do that with like BombBomb, and I know Lee, you use Dub, but I do that when I'm sending people emails and I'll send them like little personal videos just to get that relationship going, because there's no way I'm going to sit and type for that long, because then I'm going to spend another 30 minutes looking at it going, does that make sense? Ooh, should I send that? Like, Carla, do you do that? Do you kind of spend hours, much longer than you took to write the email?
Exactly, like obsessing over like everything, like how everything's worded, and then I film myself editing sometimes in the respect of looking at it going, okay, did I really need to go into all this? So like half the time I end up cutting it in half after I take out all the extraneous like stuff that doesn't need to be there, because I guess I get into that whole I need to explain myself on everything, and sometimes the simple's better. Actually, most of the time simple's better.
You're half British, really, aren't you? Because that's what we do all the time.
It's entirely possible.
Probably.
Yeah. So, just how about, would you rather get a longer email or a short video in an email or message? I mean, like, would you want to read for a while, or would you rather somebody just throw in a 1-minute video and be? Ugh?
Or would you watch video communication if it was just sent to you via email? Like that's how you communicate on a project. You just send somebody an email and they just watch it and keep doing that.
I don't know. I like having the option, 2 different formats, because if you're somewhere where you can't devote a whole lot of time to it, sometimes it's easier just to read real quick and then you can respond. But like if you're on the go, if I have something where it's not a video that I need that has any demonstration or that I need to take notes on or anything, I can even listen to that and stream it through my phone in the car or when I'm walking or whatever. So it's kind of good to have that option.
That's an excellent point. The context kind of matters. Different media are going to connect with different people at different times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
I've just shoved in the chat, by the way, because Infinity Streamers there was saying about needing waterproof post-it notes for the show. I've just shoved a link in because there actually are really. I'm not talking shit. I've shoved the link in over on LinkedIn, and I'm going to dump the link for anybody on Facebook for Alex to actually see, because they're fantastic. There you go.
That'll be awesome.
There you go. You can put it over to Facebook.
Yeah, dude. I'll drop it on all of the channels. No worries, guys. Coming at you hot.
Notes for the show.
Post comments to some destinations. I bet I won't be able to post this to Facebook. Don't even pay attention to me. It's all good.
I'm just wondering how much random stuff Lee would now come out with in the shower, because the way he looked at Carla there is to go.
Oh yeah. See.
Well, my go-to now is a voice recorder, which means that she never knows whether I'm talking to her, myself, or my phone.
Yeah. Do you send yourself little boxes?
It's just an app on my phone that records. Yeah, same concept.
How do you go back and review those?
I've disciplined myself to actually name them, so I have some clue as to what they are. Otherwise, it's just 04, 23, 20, 8, 39 a.m. And I have no idea what happened. So yes, you have to take that extra 2 seconds and actually name the darn thing.
Yeah, see, that's why I like Voxer, because I do the same, but then Voxer will transcribe it, and you can kind of guess from some of the gobbledygook where it maybe doesn't get the accents. But the point is, I get a rough idea of at least what my brainwave was. But yeah, I do the same.
Right, you use Voxer.
Speaking of transcription, did you guys know that Google Meet is actually coming out with transcription here soon? Like meeting transcription. No. It already does auto captions, and it can live stream, like webinar support and stuff. I've been championing a lot for Google Meet lately as opposed to Zoom, because I just don't really like Zoom a whole lot. It's not really secure. I mean, they've had a ton of problems with security recently, but on top of that, like Zoom's stance during COVID was to restrict their services and make it less accessible. Google's stance was, screw it. We'll just give it to everybody for free until September 30th. So here's all the enterprise features. Enjoy yourself. Have good meetings. Stay collaborative. We love you. I just like that. It gets me back to that business ethics things. Like I look at a lot of things from those lenses and those angles. And I think that's one of the things that makes this a rantathon about everything is just because these are the little things that we pay attention to that get us on our rants. Like, we're not mad about these giant societal problems. Like, we're not these thought leaders. We are, but we're not. We're not going to tell you about it. But we're always thinking about how to fix the world or take over the world, depending on the person. Anyways, the point here is that if you look at things through the angle of ethics and you make your decisions based on that, you're always going to have that guiding point and that guiding light that'll show you the best route. You're never going to wonder, oh, is this service better than the other? Well, price is a factor, but then you can look at the ethical outcome of it too. You know, what does this business actually look like? Do I want to be aligned with them? Are their goals and objectives in line with mine? Is their branding similar? I mean, there's a lot of things that you need to concern yourself with, from everything selecting a software vendor to selecting what time of meetings you're going to have. Maybe I just see way too much of the bigger picture, but it's just like sometimes I just look at it and I'm like, oh, okay, that fits into overall business ethics and your stance on that. That's cool.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, it works 100%. I used Google Meets for the first time the other day. I was actually on a Google Meet with Ian Tiska, and it was just like, okay, never used this before. But I was slightly gutted because he said we were going to do a podcast recording, and I was like, okay. And I've turned up to podcast before. You know, does anybody else turn up in kind of like their PJs, thinking it's just a voice recording? I can be scruffy, and then somebody rocks up, and they're like, oh yeah, we're doing it for my vlog as well. Well, I kind of was all ready for Ian. Shout out to Ian if he's watching, because I was ready. I put my lipstick on. That, to me, that is being ready. I actually had a planned top and everything. I actually got dressed. Wow. And he said, oh, we're not doing it today because I'm not feeling it. And I was just like, Ian!
Who does that?
Yes!
That's something to rant about, too. Don't set freaking meetings and then not do it. I don't care if you are sitting there sound ass asleep and you see somebody's name pop up on your phone calling you because you forgot about a webinar. You get your ass out of bed, you get your laptop on, and you get to the damn thing and you do it. Quit with this shit if you want to be successful. Like, it takes grind and it takes hustle, and you're not just going to be giving it to you. No matter how bad everybody wants to say, oh, look at how much money I'm making, look at how great I'm living, and you're not doing shit. We can see through it. That's not aimed at Ian in any way. I was just like responding to it like in a general way. Like, that stuff just frustrates me so much. You see it day in and day out on all of these social media platforms.
Yeah, that wasn't aimed at Ian. It was just the fact that I got dressed.
Yeah.
You
and good for you for getting dressed.
I'm down to like 3 minutes actually. I could actually be like live stream ready in 3 minutes now.
That's impressive.
That is. It's because like over here I've got let's see what we can do over here. We've got beyond the thing. We've got my Mr. Rogers closet. So beyond there, yes, in the depths and confines of my office, we've got my own little Mr. Rogers closet to where I can and just be ready to entertain you all in 100. No, however, you do the math. 3 minutes.
180 seconds.
All right.
It works.
I'm a copywriter, not a mathematician.
But this is the thing, isn't it? It's getting ready for things. Like I feel like, and I remember years ago seeing somebody doing the rounds with kind of, you know, freelancer, self-employed type things. I was like, they need to do like an extra level for like business owners and like really serious entrepreneurs. It's just like badges, almost like you would get in like brownies or scouts, where it's like, I got dressed today.
Yeah.
I actually did a phone call with pants on, actual pants, not just like PJ bottoms. And I know that you guys use different words to me for this, but you know.
Pants? Yeah, I've never heard of them.
But we should have badges, shouldn't we? I think I'm going to find a really good graphic designer, and I'm going to create us all some badges for just. I turned up today, I said some stuff, and it was nearly guru thought leader level because I kind of half remembered what I wrote down in the shower this morning. I think we need some badges for this.
We do. I'm a huge fan of badges. If you guys know me and have ever received an email, you'll see my badges that I like, and I love collecting them. So it's kind of like if we could build Pokemon for entrepreneurs, I think that would be incredible. Oh, you beat the first gym. You've passed the freelancing level. Congratulations. Now you're a small business. That's the second gym. Third gym is, oh, you tanked that small business. That's okay. We'll teach you how to recover. And then fourth gym is you starting it again. And eventually we'll get up there.
Can I give a shout out at this point to the fact that there's some software? You know how we all teach courses and various things, or some of us do. There's some software. It's called Experientify, and Marissa Murgatroyd and Murray created it, and it is gamified, and you can get experience points, and it does the whole wow chicka wow wow, and it does all that when you're completing things. You're saying that and about leveling up, and I'm thinking, oh my god, yeah. we could get like a whole
gamify.
Yeah, we could take that gamification to get some badges as well.
That's actually on a side note, that's big with schools too. Gamifying their educational experience, gamifying in general as a way of encouraging user interaction is getting really big right now because it's so nuanced. Like giving people these small micro rewards. I mean, microtransactions taught us that first. So yeah, anything gamified, whether it be your website, whether it be a podcast, live stream, or a LinkedIn profile, or an entrepreneur badge, doesn't matter. As long as you can gamify it in a meaningful way for your audience, you can make it a lot better. Absolutely. I've been really down to gamify stuff lately, so it's just another thing that I enjoy.
Go check out those guys because their stuff is amazing. I use it for our stuff, and it is
That's Experientify. They're great.
Experientify. I have to spell it properly.
Oh yeah.
Experience iffy.
Because we had a heck of a time.
Yeah, we should drop that in the comments. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm going to do? I think that I'm going to open up the phone lines.
Oh, we're going to open up the phone lines? Guys, you probably forgot about it now.
Let's see if it happens. Just see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to do this.
You going to put the banner up?
I am. And for the next 15, 20 minutes or so, we've got the 800 number ready and waiting for you to sound off what you ticked off about today. You got anything to say about what we've been talking about? You just want to tell us hi. That's cool, man. Call us up and we'll see if we can figure out how to answer your call.
In the next 35 seconds, you guys are going to be hearing this. So that means that you won't see it. But right now, we are getting ready for you to place your phone call. So as a brief intermission, allow me to repeat the phone number 3 times slowly. That's 1-888-406-0998. Again, that's 1-888-406-0998.
Call now.
Call now.
Standing by.
I feel like we need to expect Barry Kripke to ring up. Or somebody like had a big bang here at this stage.
Somebody just calls. It'll be a telemarketer first. Honestly.
I don't know who's going to be the first person brave enough to call this phone, but it's going to
be for Carla. It's going to be for Carla. Can you adjust my claim?
Right. While we are waiting for you guys to dial in, what else do we want to rant about today? What are we upset about?
Can we talk about Logitech? Because I know that Lee mentioned this to me earlier because Lee was whining about Logitech. Logitech drive me nuts. I'm sitting in a bright room here. I've got 6 lights on and it still looks like I'm sitting in the dark. And I have the most expensive, supposedly the best Logitech camera, and it's shit.
Oh, the camera? I use my actual camera. I use a Sony A6000 or whatever because it just does whatever I need. And that cam link, and Elgato cam link, y'all don't. You can get a 4K webcam, but you're better off just getting a camera.
Yeah, I've got the 4K webcam, and I don't like it. I'm actually looking to buy a DSLR because I'm so pissed off at Logitech because it's just like, really? Can we not have been a bit better?
Get a mirrorless instead of a DSLR. I love
What's
my
with the
mirrorless.
disco light in the background now behind you?
Oh,
Alex?
this
It
is
looks
me
like-
playing with my lights. You guys have your fancy photography studio lights, while I have my tech lights that I can program and activate on the internet. Thank you.
I can
So
do
it's just
that.
me chilling.
But we were gonna do a 2 webcam setup, and it was like we're here, the 1 camera, 1 microphone, and one of the reasons for this, and I know you don't like the webcams, dang it, but like look at this. You know,
Ouch.
I go,
That's not bad at all.
It's not available unless you want to pay this freaking scalper, you know, a few $100 for this thing. That ain't right, man. I mean, first we freaked out and bought up all the toilet paper, and then we freaked up and bought all the paper towels, and now we're freaking out and buying all the freaking webcams. I mean, like literally, if you go to Amazon, you're gonna play hell finding a decent webcam for under like $300 right now.
I paid that for mine, which is I think it's a C920, could be. I paid about that for mine, but about this time last year. So
Oh, I paid like $79.
You guys don't want to
Yeah,
know how much I paid for mine.
oh, we do. We all now want to know that.
Well, I mean, my body was 800, but with my lens, it was like 12 or 13.
Yeah, that's why I want a DSLR, but that's why I've not got one yet.
Yeah, they're annoying, actually. Annoyingly expensive, but you can also do vlogs, and I can do a lot of cool little streaming stuff. Like, my next step is you guys are going to see me as an animated character. I'm about to get real techie with it. Don't even worry.
Oh. Cool.
Is this with or without the disco lights?
Oh, I have them on. I just had to turn the overheads on, too, so it wasn't so obnoxiously pink and purple.
I was just thinking Lee and Carla needed one because, you know, I'm rocking a bit of a dark vibe here. It's after dark for me.
Yeah.
It's always after dark for me. I don't have any natural light.
I can't change the background midstream, apparently.
Oh, well. You tried.
And guys,
But
call into our line, too. It's at the
No.
bottom of the screen.
What's this? You think like people jump on the chances?
There we go.
People like,
Nobody wants to
Okay,
be the
now I've
first
got
person.
myself.
that's okay. I mean, I've got plenty of things to rant about. So,
Me too.
you know, well, we covered the black market webcams, who was,
Yeah.
you know, of course, that's you know who's involved with that. I do know this to be true.
Black Ops pigeons.
You know, Black Ops pigeons.
All right, guys.
What did we
Let's
do?
go round robin ranting.
No better now. We just ranted ourselves out, and we're just like, hey.
Oh no,
No,
Dude,
no.
I think we're all just holding ourselves back.
Oh.
I just sent
So what
Alex
do you
the
think?
link. I just sent Alex the link over there in the private chat to
And Alex just put it on
Spies in
LinkedIn.
Disguise. Spies in Disguise. I've sent a few links now, Alex, but
Ooh.
Spies in Disguise. Because I'm telling you, this is Will Smith as a pigeon in an animated thing. It's Will Smith. And it's actually pretty cool. I've seen the trailer a few times, you know, with having a small person.
Let me see.
So the Black Ops thing's true because they can turn into them. That's what Spies in Disguise teaches us. So Lee, you're right.
I knew it. See, people.
You might want to soundbite that because I'm not saying it again.
All right, you guys want to see a video? You want to watch the trailer of Spies in Disguise?
Yeah.
I can do that for us. Spies in Disguise will be coming at you live as soon as I can share my screen, which I'm just going to, what's it called? Filibuster, I believe is the name of that beforehand. We're just looking for a nice little Chrome tab. And we're going to, oh, that's not sharing audio. Hold on. That's not what I wanted.
See, that's why I sent a link to
I had
Alex
us worked up.
I didn't do that.
Why that's not auto-checked, I don't know. But coming at you live will be the Spies in Disguise.
Guess it's time to introduce myself.
Can you hear audio?
Long started. There's 3 ounces of pressure to the vagus nerve. Boy, leave me night-night.
Lance Sterling, a legendary spy who's always dressed to impress. Walter Beckett, graduated MIT at 15 and works in the Tech Innovations Lab.
There are so many gadgets I want to test in the field. For example, the inflatable hug.
kind of a personal protection device I've been developing.
This is a vile waste of taxpayer dollars.
This is your next objective. None of our agents can get close to him. I have something that can help. It's called biodynamic concealment. Imagine if I can make you disappear. Hey, Lance, look at me.
Look at you? I can see my butt and your face at the same time.
That is so cool. Being a pigeon can make you an even better spy. Pigeons are everywhere and nobody notices them. In fact, pigeons can see in slow motion.
That was tight.
Did anyone else see a pigeon?
Pigeons can fly to 92 miles per hour.
Don't you throw me off this roof!
He'll figure it out.
Told you.
Very nice.
It's about to get messy. Time to go sleepy night-night. I miss my hands. I gotta stay.
We have different skill sets. That's what makes us such a great team.
Walter, you're squeezing too. Oh! What happens in the submarine stays in the
Stays in
submarine.
the submarine. I told you guys. See, I told you.
I'm going to get a nasty gram from Facebook about that.
Oh yeah, Facebook likes to send us nastygrams, but it's okay.
Using somebody else's music. Don't quote Cheech and Chong.
But I told you that Will Smith was being a pigeon. I told you it was possible. There you go.
Yes, you did.
I've proven my point. You sniggered at me last time I was on,
Totally
and I told you this.
So I do want to say one thing that I'm very grateful for after we've done all this ranting now. I am insanely grateful for BritBox right now. I can't believe I've just discovered it, but after the Drek of Netflix and Hulu and all the blah, 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 it's nice to watch the Drek in a different accent.
What's BritBox?
BritBox. It's British television. Right now we're watching Living the Dream. Yeah, the British couple moved to Florida to own a trailer RV park or something like that. Yeah, but it's interesting to see how stupid we look from a British perspective. It's fairly accurate.
Yeah. You want to watch, if you're going to watch anything, you want to watch Life on Mars.
Okay.
There is a follow-on to it that's also very funny called Ashes to Ashes, but you want to watch Life on Mars. I taught this when I used to teach many, many years ago in school. And to this day, anybody who mentions the word spaghetti hoops, I cannot get a scene of Life out on Mars out of my head. It's the whole concept is that he's in this kind of 1960s, 90s, 70s world as a copper. And it's fantastic. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but it's amazing. You have to go watch Life on Mars, guys. It is a very British thing with very British accents, but it is fantastic. That will blow your mind. It's fantastic.
We'll have to dig into that.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. It's like a few more swipes at Doctor Who. I can't believe I've never actually. We tried it once, and it was just kind of like I couldn't quite get into it.
Which one, though? Because there's so many different Doctors.
Like 5,000 seasons of it.
If you're a complete sci-fi geek, then you want to watch like Stephen Moffat version. So the previous couple of seasons. I predicted about 3 years ago, because I'm a bit of I love Doctor Who. And I predicted that we were going to have a female Doctor. And there was a guy sat opposite me in a bar, and he was a big Doctor Who fan. He's like, bloody feminists, never going to be a female Doctor. And I kind of sat there quite smugly when they announced the female Doctor and went, see, told you. Alex just looks bored at this point.
Oh no, dude. I actually enjoy Doctor Who. I've only seen up to like the 12th Doctor, the really old guy. Really old guy before the girl.
Like older than me.
If you want to freak yourself out, go put
older than
Netflix on. Go put Netflix on and watch Vicar of Dibley, and I think it's like episode 3 on the first season. I watched this the other day with my daughter, trying to cheer her up and show her what some classic British comedy looks like. Vicar of Dibley, it's hilarious. and it was the Doctor Who, but he looked young, and I was just sitting screaming at the TV going, it's Doctor Who, but he's young. And then my daughter was asking where the TARDIS was, and I was trying to explain that we were not watching Doctor Who, really.
You're like, well, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's a completely different show, but hey ho.
All right, and for the 7 of you that are watching out on LinkedIn, thank you very much. And for those of you out on Facebook, y'all rock. And YouTube, we can't see you, so how's it going? Hope you guys are having a great day. We are approaching the 20th of the hour, so that means we're coming to final thoughts. You guys know the drill. We're going to get 30 seconds, a minute and a half, or however long we please, as soon as we make sure that Lee doesn't have anything else on his mind, to approach final thoughts. Lee, do you have anything else on your mind that we need to cover before we go to our finale?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, excellent. So that looks like, guys, we are at final thoughts. And Lyndsey, as our esteemed guest, you get to go first. So I will put you in single screen and you can take it away.
Ooh. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling pretty chill right now because we've ranted everything out. And, we've discovered a few things that, you can get aqua notes for the shower. We talked about Experientify. We've talked about just how naughty it is to be so unethical in what you're doing. If you're going to change something up, tell people before you sell them into a 2.5, $5, or $10,000 course. And of course, I was right. I proved to you and I proved to Lee that Will Smith was in a Pigeon movie. So that I'm happy now for the day. So that is my final thoughts. Over to you, Alex.
Ooh. Hello. How's it going? I'll put myself on solo here. All right, rock on. So thank you, Lyndsey, for joining us today. It is always a pleasure, and thank you to all of you out there who watch it. It is great to get to interact. We have some really exciting stuff coming down the line, so be on the lookout for that. And of course, connect with today's guest on LinkedIn, the one and only Lyndsey Johnson Fox. And make sure to add her on LinkedIn, connect with her online. She's on growthvine.com, right, Lyndsey?
It is indeed. Growthvine.io.
Growthvine.io. That's input output.
Yes.
For those of you who don't get the reference, it's a tech thing. So make sure to connect with Lyndsey.
And wait till after the weekend, because then we'll be on a new domain that'll look even prettier.
There we go. Pretty domains make the world go round. And on the standpoint of ethics, remember that ethics is everything when it's you versus everyone. So if you're in a selection process, you're in a bidding process, and you're really looking to work with a business partner and somebody that you are going to partner with from a company level and really get down in the weeds with you guys as a channel, keep in mind that your ethics is going to matter and going to keep you different than everybody else during these times. It is a difference. It is a value differentiator for our business, and it should not be treated like just an afterthought. I mean, ethics, diversity, these things are all rooted in the root of the organization on what makes the whole thing tick. So just think about your mission, think about the why you do it to begin with, and really treat your values seriously. And those are some of the keys to business growth. And it does translate into an actual real profit number like we were talking about earlier in the show. For more rants, you know where to find us and you know where to be tomorrow at 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. And now back to Lee Rowley.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Well,
You need to pull it across the screen, first of all. You need to kind of catch the cup.
Yeah, no how. Yeah, I can't. I couldn't hit my ass with both hands, so no way I can.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on the show again, and I love Mel and everybody. Just take care out there, and ran on.
Gotta love her. She just, she comes in here with the opportunity to just rip it up, and she's just like, "No, I'm going to be sweet, wonderful girl." Like, she really is.
Take it. What do you think when I got
Well,
this?
that's okay. That's okay. Because I mean,
really, I could rant.
So, no, this is good. I'm glad we got this all over chest. And really, there was a freaking reason that I wanted to do this, other than the fact that we were all just kind of in a grumpy mood. And that's the fact that, I really want to drive home the point that we're not perfect. Entrepreneurship is not a perfect world. It's messy, and we get bad news. We don't feel like doing things. Things irritate us. And all these chucklehead gurus out there who are like, "Oh, you have to have mastery of your emotions at all times." It's like, no, you don't. It's gonna irritate you, and it's all okay. Oh, and one last thing. I can't believe this. I forgot. I was checking my Instagram messages the other day. And somebody actually messaged me, I am your worst nightmare.
Was it Ian again?
No, it wasn't Ian.
He challenged me for a TikTok battle. So
well, that's cool and everything, but you don't just out of the blue. You don't know somebody. You don't show up and announce you're their worst nightmare. No, you're not. Waking up on a fruit cart in Guadalajara with a cactus in my butt is my worst nightmare. You don't stand a chance, my friend. Just what is wrong with people?
I don't even know what to say to that. That's just what was going through your mind when you were crafting that message that made you think, that's it. That's the golden ticket.
Yeah. And with that, I guess I'll just pass it back to you, Alex. You got anything else before we sign out?
Yeah, I'm going to throw it to Lyndsey.
Anybody who's left?
What you got, Lyndsey?
I'm just going to say, game on, Ian. I am going to have a go at TikTok this weekend. I'm going to have a go at... He challenged me, and I'm always up for a challenge. So I'm up for a TikTok battle. I'm going to have a go. I've got no idea how to use the app, but I'm going to have a go. We'll have a crack.
Have fun with that. TikTok is a new territory.
We'll have to hear about that the next time you're on. That'll be fantastic. Oh, well, look, we've got a... Oh, no, that's not.
Is that your actual telephone?
Yeah, no.
And with that, we will see you guys tomorrow on BowtieUP.
All right. Bye, guys.